Thistlehold mark of the beast.
So did you say Thistlehold, Mark of the Beast?
Yes. So this is still the Copper Crown. This is part 2. So you've come over the Titans. Where's my map? Where you gone?
Yeah, I'm just looking for my map as well.
There's the scrolls there. So you've come across the Titans.
As long as that's not a DC Comics reference, Kevin.
No. It's that would be the Let's Play Smutty RPG. You've come across the Titans. Ooh, misses. With some real Geoforce. No.
Very good.
Well, sort of. That he's an outsider. His sister was Terror.
Yeah.
His sister was Terror.
Let it slide.
Yeah, but his sister was Terror, so I think that sort of counts.
Yeah.
Well, Danny Chase as well. That was got me. I think got a proper superhero name, the Wildy Beast.
Yeah.
So, you come across the Titans, and you decided that you were going to split up for a bit and kind of rejoin or re-meet up after a period of time, having wandered around your new country, but meet up outside Thistlehold in a set period of time.
Thistlehold is the community that's right on the southern edge of
the
Davokar Forest, right?
Yes, it's kind of you have to go there to get a license to go into the forest.
Oh, interesting. So explain that to me. So
you have to go to the guild and let me get the Thistlehold segment up.
So what happens if you don't have a license?
Well, it's open.
Asking for a friend.
It's a tax issue, really. You sign up with your group of friends, and you go in. And ideally, it's kind of both for tax purposes, and also they kind of want to know what you're doing. So if the barbarians or the elves come and go, this mob of idiots went into something and did this, then go, they weren't licensed to do that. They don't have permission.
Okay, interesting.
Kind of thing. So that is a thing. Let's go back to the. So it's going to be a period of time, a bit like the opening sequence of Dragonlance. So the friends were an adventuring party, and they decided to go away for something like a year to investigate these new gods or the where the old gods had gone, and then meet up back at their hometown and see what happened. So this allows us some background knowledge. If you meet someone and go, it's in Yindros. You go, you spent 2 weeks in Yindros a couple months ago. So it gives you a chance to fill in some unfilled in backstory that may be useful. Because at the moment you don't know anything about the entire area. So it might be over the course of the next few adventures you need to know or need to have met somebody or bumped into. You might need to know who the high priest of Agira or Yindros. At the moment, you don't know who they are, but by giving you this kind of time, you've got to know some of these things, and there's some extra history you can pick up. As the length of time it's whether it's going to be 3 months, 6 months, a year. I don't know. An undisclosed amount of time until it becomes obvious it had to have been 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So, what you know of Thistlehold is to the, and I'm going to say the left, or maybe the right. There is a kind of a hovel area, which is kind of where the goblins live. And the goblins built Thistlehold, and then were kind of made to live in squalor in the village next door. There we go, Thistlehold. It's called. What is the name of that?
So the east
Goblin.
quarter of the Goblin
It's out. No, it's
area.
actually out. Yeah, but it's outside Thistlehold.
So the east quarter of the Goblin village gradually became gentrified, or
Oh no, so the goblins built Thistlehold. My understanding is, and then they had their own little shanty town, which is their construction site, where their living quarters were, and they were kind of stayed there. And goblins are treated like lower class, third class citizens.
Hmm.
Can't for the life of me remember the name of the goblins. So there are some goblins living in there, but it's like just in the outskirts. Blackmore, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's Blackmore. Can't remember. It's not that important because you're not going to go there. So this time has passed, and you have wandered around and got to know your new country, and you are making your way back to Thistlehold. One of the reasons you decided to go to Thistlehold is because you'd heard about it as a gateway and entrance to Darkhold, Davokar Forest, which seemed a good idea. Your changeling, called what's he called? What was
Thorn.
Thorn? That's it, Thorn. He has two magical items, a sunstone and a mummified hand. In his wanderings, he was told that Master Vernon in Thistlehold will be able to help him master the sunstone more, but also work out how to use the mummified hand without it corrupting him. And this is information he picked up when he was wandering in Yindros. So his goal, in addition to meeting you guys back up and reforming your little ensemble, he knows, or he was going to try and meet with this Master Vernon because he has these two powerful artifacts, which was the Drumal Rogan's mummified hand and the Sunstone.
Excellent.
Because the mummified hand is magical, and that zombie guy was using it to do things. No, it is actually the mummified.
Can I just ask what's the vibe in this setting to do with magic? I know magic is a thing, but is it frowned upon? Does it depend where you are? So is it? Do we have to be careful about this? Is what I'm trying to get at, I suppose.
Yes. So everything has a level of corruption.
Right.
So if you cast magic and you gain some temporary corruption, it can become permanent corruption, and then you start feeling sick. And you can see people's, if you have a certain spell or a certain ability, you can see people's auras. So somebody of the Sun Temple, a high priest, might have a golden aura, but those two guys you met or the one guy that had been turned into the Blight Beast when the elves attacked, his aura might be dripping with rot and black and ooze. So it can corrupt if you use it sparingly or have better control over your spells. The corruption is temporary, and also so it depends on who you use. So as is always, if a lowborn woman is using magic, she could be seen as a witch. Yet the barbarian mages are called witches. So it kind of, and you've got the priesthood, the magical order magica, was huge in your home country, and it's quite big here. So there's a balance between it being classic D&D kind of magic and it being Witchfinder general magic, if that makes sense. So
Yep.
people's views will depend on the circumstances. So if you're out in the boonies, in a small village or hamlet, and you start using magic, they might see that as witchcraft and evil. But in the capital city, throwing magic around, it's probably not going to be as bad because it's magic and people use magic. Whereas the priesthood might see it as as heretic using evil magic. So it's kind of, it's very transactional.
It's probably a good idea to be cautious.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. As ever. So it doesn't matter where you have been in the last few months. That's something that we can work on as time goes on. But it just gives you a little bit of extra backstory if need be.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
So it may be that actually I just decide to give you extra bits and pieces, but that'll come out because you went somewhere. So we can use it to retcon stuff as well if we need to.
That's a good way of putting it. It's retcon,
kind of,
isn't it?
Yeah, emergency backup.
Yeah.
So, but you would never have come to Thistlehold before,
right?
That's so. That's
we've never been to this. We've never been to this part of the world in general, but we've spent some time wandering around the plains. Because looking at the map, obviously you've got, because we came in over the Titans, so obviously there are settlements and things like Temple Wall and Yindaros, but Thistlehold is the nearest we've come to the forest, and so any wandering that we've done for the last couple of months has been in the plains area, and we're now preparing to move into the forest.
Exactly.
Because the forest is where it's at, basically, isn't it?
Absolutely. So you'd heard rumours about the old country of Symba.
Yeah.
And something happened. Huge forest covers the entire world. But not as bad as the dark zombie lords, the undead lords that were attacking you in Ambria.
Okay.
So, you are making your way to the edge of Indros, to Thistlehold. You can either bump into each other at the gatehouse before going in, or at the first pub once you're in, and just arrive at whatever time you want to arrive. So, who's going to get there first? Who wants to be the first one at Thistlehold?
I don't have any preference, honestly. So I in my head, I've probably been. So given that my character is essentially he's a mercenary, so I'm assuming that he's paid his way for the last couple of months by probably doing what we were doing on the transit. So probably signing on to caravans or being a bodyguard for merchants or that kind of thing. Because that's what he knows to do, and we'll all have needed to be doing something to pay our way. So I'm assuming he's probably come to Thistlehold. He's probably arranged so that he's signed on with either a caravan or, as I say, as a bodyguard to a merchant whose business is bringing him to Thistlehold, and then that's where I'll part company with him or it. So I will have just have arrived, bedroll kind of chucked over my shoulder, whatever. I haven't got much in the way of equipment, but probably we'll head to a tavern because it's been a dusty. The plains are dusty. So
I guess you would have decided then that we'll all meet up at the first tavern on the right
exactly.
as you go in the main gate, kind of thing.
And I'm assuming we probably will have set a date, but obviously that date would be flexible because this is not this sort of
Yep.
a world is not a world where you can necessarily guarantee you're going to be there. But we will have said, look, from we will aim to be there from the first full moon of whatever, and
Yep.
and then we will just go to the tavern and we'll go there, every night from that point onwards until eventually everyone turns up. Because again, you can't expect everyone's going to arrive on the same day just because of the way a medieval world works. But we know we've set a date and we said, right, well, we'll be there. From that date, we will meet you in the first tavern. You come into the gate, the first tavern we find, that's where we'll meet.
So your options for the tavern. So if you're going to get there first, your options for the tavern are. Where's it gone? There we go. No, that's the wrong country. I can't quite see the.
Oh, sorry, I'm not even in. I'm not even in Roll20. Sorry, I should get in there, shouldn't I?
Yeah. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, can't count. 8 taverns spread around the place. 9, 10, 11. Yep. So you've got the option of 3 taverns as you come in on the western gate. They are the Witch and Familiar.
All sounds a bit witchy.
Akiro's Guest House and the Rose Garden.
I never promised you a rose garden.
Very good.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Oh, showing me age.
No, not at all. I was listening to some glam rock earlier, actually. But anyway, no, I think that's funny. I'm just signing in now. Sorry, because Roll20 takes about 9 hours for it to actually load these days.
It's not as bad as what's that annoying one? Skype. Every time you log into Skype, one of 5,000 updates.
Yeah.
I logged in 5 minutes ago.
Which gate did you say we're going through? The western gate?
Go for the west gate because there are 3 inns in proximity.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna suggest probably the first one we come to. Looks like it's going to be Antario's Guest House. Oh no.
Number 9 or number 10?
9. No, I think 9. I think it'd be number 9 because that's the closest one to the gate.
The Witch and Familiar.
Okay. So that's what I reckon. To me, that seems to be the nearest one to the gate. So I'd say that's the one we probably would have spotted as we came in. So let's go for that one.
Okie dokie. So you arrive, you sit down on the first day, and there's nobody else there that you know of that you can see that you recognise, as it were.
Yeah. So I just So lodging wise.
Yep.
Again, bearing in mind we're all learning about this world. So I think he'll probably try and find somewhere like a communal lodging house, because obviously if you're paying for a room in an inn, it's going to be quite expensive.
Yep.
Whereas I think they would, again, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking of some sort of it's almost like the YMCA. It's like a hostel, but basically, I'm sure I've seen it or read it in fantasy novels so they have like a lodging house where it's like communal. It's like in The Hobbit. It's like in The Hobbit, or rather The Lord of the Rings, right? The Prancing Pony, where you have communal. So you have communal sleep rooms where you just hire the bed for the night. So you're not paying for a room, which is expensive. You simply pay for a bed and then you sleep. There's like 15 other people in the same room doing the same thing, and it's a good cheap alternative. So assuming that sort of accommodation is available somewhere nearby, that's what I'll try and find.
Yeah.
And then,
So
like you say,
I'm going to say that the your options are the mission house or the barracks. That is 31 and 13.
okay. Well, so the barracks might be interesting because my character's a soldier. He was a soldier.
Yeah.
And I think he would
That's
probably be
classed as
drawn.
an inn.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that's a bit of a dive in.
Okay, I might go for that then because I mean we still will meet in the same place, but I'm just assuming he'll have turned up, found some lodgings because he needs somewhere to sleep. So we say the barracks, and assuming you pay again, it's bunk beds and communal toilet and all that, and you just sort of
Yep.
or communal hole in the ground. But the point is, you pay a couple of coins for the night, or a
Yeah.
coin for the night.
In terms of money at the moment, it doesn't actually. We'll assume you've got enough to last you a few months.
Yeah.
Not a huge amount of money, but you have a selection of you have some money.
Sure.
That's not going to become that important, really. It's not
Yeah, that's
D&D.
fine.
I mean, obviously, when you go out and buy huge artifacts of magic, then we'll start working out how much money you've got. But
No, I mean, Severin's already got. He's got his weapon. He's got his shield. He's got his armor. So all he's really doing is paying for food and paying for lodging, and then
Yep.
we'll eat. Find street vendors to eat, and I'm just basically and then every night we'll just go to the tavern, as agreed. Sit there for an hour, 2 hours, have a drink, go back to the barracks. Again, just be spending the time exploring the city. During the day, just wander around. And again, he doesn't have many possessions, so he just carries everything with him, and just spends whatever time he's waiting for the others in just wandering around the city, getting a feel for the place, trying to keep out of trouble, and just biding his time, really.
yeah. So what you've learnt about Thistlehold, this is what everyone's learned about Thistlehold, is it was established in the year 13 after the victory. The mayor is Lassifor Nightpitch. It has a town watch. Their primary source of income is tolls and taxes. Buildings are wooden. There's about 60,000 residents and maybe about 6,000 residents, about 4,000 visitors. So it swells between six and 10,000 each day.
Yeah, quite a lot of people. Yeah, it's quite busy.
Yep. Blackmore is the Goblin tribe, and the villages Glimmer and Glimmervan. So that's it. Entertainment. I'm just getting to the Witch and Familiar. So let's go with the Witch and Familiar. So the pub you've picked is so the guy that runs it is Alomar, he's a barbarian, stems from the clan Zalek. I was aware of this when he came to Thistlehold to make a new life himself. For himself and his mother, the witch Agdala. With the reluctant help of his mother, the Witch and Familiar has been turned into a barbarian campsite in 3 stories, framed by dark timber walls. The rooms at the ground level, as well as the whole of the second floor, is dressed in lush emerald green vegetation, with moss covering the floors and climbing the walls. There is no furniture. The closer you get to any kind of furnishings are the beddings that are made up of pelt directly on the floor and stuffed hunting trophies of both well-known and rare forest beasts. Witch and Familiar is very popular with new arrivals to the borderland, who long for the first contact with the people and the beasts of the forest, and some other stuff. That's the kind of the inn guest house you've picked to meet up in.
Perfect.
But as you get there, you realise whilst everyone said yes, first pub on the right as you go in. This is the first pub on the right, but it's actually less of a pub, more of a guest house. So you have kind of been hanging around the front. You're actually staying at the barracks, which is monastery. Let's see where the barracks gone. No, don't mention the barracks. That's more of an inn. So that's where you are, and that's where you are kind of hanging around waiting for everybody else. So who's going to be the next person to come in? Let's assume that the elf has already come in and he's met up with you. So, or should we have him late? No, he's already met up with you. So he's with you. So who's going to come in next?
Well,
Go for it.
thanks to Gemini, my ogre knight has apparently sworn a vow since Thorn had the Sunstone and the Hand to protect him for the foreseeable future. So I'm assuming that even if I didn't manage to go everywhere with the elf,
Okay, in that case, he'll come in with you, just tagging along. If that makes sense. Just to have him somewhere.
There we go. So that just leaves Kellon, was it?
Yeah, Kellon.
Yeah.
So you've come in and you've literally just come through the gates, turn right to find the first pub, and it is the Witch and Familiar, sitting outside drinking an ale, which he's brought with him, is your friend, who's been waiting to meet you for a while. And to speed things up, Roger, it's your character kind of comes in 5-10 minutes later. So Severing is sitting drinking the ale. Fawn and Sir Ken and Ox have come in a day later, and then 10 minutes after they meet up with Severin, Kellen wanders in.
Ah, well met.
Hail, Kellen.
Well met indeed.
I've been wandering the forest, the southern edges of Davokar.
Come, I'll buy you an ale, and you can tell us of your journey, and I'll go to the barman, who's probably a friend of mine by now.
Yeah,
as I've been in there a few nights, and I'll get everyone an ale and come back to the table.
So I imagine, I imagine Kellen would have been doing a bit of sort of ranger type stuff. You know, he's been exploring the southern edge of Davokar, the forest that is, without going into it, but just getting to learn a little bit about it. And there's a few towns and villages along the southern edge of that forest, and just doing sort of odd jobs here and there, odd bit of scouting, ranger type work, and also a bit of just me time, going into survival mode and just living on the land sometimes, shooting rabbits and
Excellent.
just
you have found it's a massive relief. The years of fighting the undead and the Dark Lords in your home country, to have a kind of there's a lot of downtime, a lot of relaxation, mental relaxation, because you haven't got that fear of undead armies over you. It's just it's almost normal, but it's shit because it's middle ages kind of thing. But it's normal.
Yeah, and I've been respectful in the sense that I haven't ventured into, the forest. I respect the law to a degree.
Excellent.
So, yes, but it's good to be in town after wandering the wilderness for a while.
Just to put your boots up.
Indeed.
Have you found lodging? I have been lodging at the barracks, which is basic, but it's affordable. And there's only a fight every other night, so it's
Well,
certainly acceptable.
if it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me.
So it's the barracks, the same as the Rose Garden. It's one night is 5 Orteg, 1 week is 2 shillings, and 1 month is 1 thalia. And that's the cheapest is Toad Square, 1 room east of Toad Square. No, what's the cheapest? The cheapest has to be so the Rose Garden and the Barrack are the cheapest.
Yeah, sounds fine. By the way, did we all get paid for that caravan journey?
You did, and you've been living off that, and whatever you found for the last year, 3 months, 6 months, a year, however long that is. So you haven't gone without.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
So obviously our plan is we are going to explore into the forest. So I guess do we want a couple of what's our timeline on this? Do we think? First thing we need to do, obviously, I don't know whether the others know this, so I'll explain if they haven't heard about this. Although actually no, we all know about this license that we need, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so I guess our first mission then will be to go and get that.
Thorn pipe up because I do have a contact. Well, I've never met him, but I've got a name of somebody that will help us with these and he kind of looks around and sheepishly says the items we found in the wagon on the wagon trail, and you immediately know that he's talking about the undead arm and the sunstone. He says I got the name Master Vernum. In Yindros was there that he could help with divining this.
Okay.
Did anyone take the iron pack ring? I can't remember.
I'm just having a look. I don't.
Can't remember if one of you grabbed it or not.
I just on my sheet I've just written down sunstone stolen, which we know about, which we got back. I haven't made any reference to it, so I don't know. I'd say no.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
It's not on my sheet.
Okay, so I'm wondering because I vaguely remember you trying to take the ring off the finger, and maybe you couldn't. Well, we might retcon that back for Thorn if we need to. I can't remember.
Okay.
Dig out some notes. So he says yes. That I thought that might be useful to start there to decipher whether we can use these in a more in a better way for us.
Yep. Fantastic.
So this Mr. Verne has got an academy somewhere.
Oh.
And he gets a little bit of paper, a little bit of parchment out of his leggings, and he unfolds it. He says, Master Vernum, north of the Park of the Elders.
So this Master Vernon, he can help us
Well,
get a license?
Yes. Well, no, I'm not sure about license, but certainly will help us with the sunstone and the undead hand that we have, the magical hand.
Yeah.
Whether it's truly.
Sorry, go on.
So, because it's an undead hand and it's it's probably an evil item, but we kept it because it's magical. I've had some success using it, but I don't want to go too over the top, just in case I get too corrupted. But I was told in Yindros that this Master Vernon of the Academy may be able to assist. And as we're coming here anyway, I figured, well, it can't help. I mean, even if he turns around and says, chuck the arm away, bury it, whatever, because it's unusable without full corruption, then that would be useful to know.
Indeed.
Should go and see him then. But
so I think
you chaps can't have been here long, as seeing as they still got ale.
This is my third.
One thing this city does not lack is ale.
Yeah, it's not the best brewed. It's goblin brewed ale, because and it's all goblin brewed ale.
Blimey.
Yeah, it's they use their little feet to crush the grapes or whatever you do to make ale. I don't know. Can't get any wine here. It's ale flavored wine, unless you want to pay a lot of money.
Oh dear.
There's a Amazon tribe that make a sort of a fermented drink, which is made partially by chewing some or other plant matter, and they chew it and then they spit it into the the big container and chew some more and spit it in. So
Yeah,
fermented drink that you drink later has been in.
Isn't that what's that drug they have? It starts with A. There's a hallucinogenic drug.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a similar kind of. There's a weird way. There's a particular way they make it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the park is what do we call it? The Park of the Elders. I'm trying to find out where that is. It's got to be 26. No, what's that one? 25. Why can't I see the Park of the Elders? Oh, there, 30. Number 30.
39.
39.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 39. Where is 39?
39.
The last one.
38. 30. Oh, yeah, the triangular one. Yes, so it's this one. As far as I can see. 39. That's the Park of the Elders.
Ah, right, okay.
And it's the Eastern Square, north of the Park of the Elders. It's a 4-story high with entry hall and offices at the ground level. So 5, is that 5? Doesn't matter. But yeah, so it's around here somewhere. And you are currently here.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's midday.
Well, out of game, dare I ask if weeks, months, etc., are organized, or do they have certain weekday names and all that malarkey?
I think, yeah, I think so.
Probably in the.
I'll dig them out and I'll post them. I can't.
No, why it came to
where.
mind is because I was wondering what sort of day of the week it might be. Is it like a rest day?
So, no, it's a work day. The days are broken down in.
Well, being a work day,
It's a work day.
We'd be within our rights to possibly go and make an acquaintance of the
Inquiries and
Vernon.
things, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so, you're going to walk. Well, that's all you can do. Walk to Master Vernon's. It's not going to be a long way. It takes a little bit of time because you're not that familiar with the town. So you've been wandering around for a day. So you've kind of had 24 hours to get used to the town, such as it is. Severin, you're a sellsword, so Ranger would if the Ranger would come first, he would have a better grasp of the area. But you just you know a couple of taverns, but 24 hours is not enough time to get around. So you kind of going down the main thoroughfare because you've been told roughly where it is. Go down the main street, keep going to the next main street, turn up keep heading north east until you get the triangular square.
People,
yeah,
a number of times along the way.
So you're kind of moving at a slightly slower pace to kind of get to grips with things, and you get to this area here, like a main square, and it's kind of a market square. There's people moving around. There is it's one of the older parts of town. It's the Antique Plaza. There's a number of market stalls around the edges, but there's a few people there. As you begin to walk through the crowd, there's a small goblin-sized girl runs through the crowd and runs straight into Ox.
Oh.
And she looks up at you and says, "Don't let the witch hunter take me."
Stand behind me.
Within seconds, you can hear the stomping of feet, and there's a bunch of armored men start walking towards you. The crowd kind of move out of the way, and they form a kind of a half circle around you.
Okay, so
they said, "There she is, the abomination, the Flayer." And you start hearing people going, "She looks like normal." What's that horrid with the what? And what's so horrid with the corruption sickness? Where can she hide?
Can I? So looking at this group of armed men, is it obvious who's the leader?
Yes, there's the central figure. He says, "In the name of the black cloak, Bomello, give us the heretic, or be branded heretics yourself."
So first question is, do we know anything about? So sorry, what did you say? Black cloak.
Black cloak, Bomello.
So what does that mean? Anything to any of us?
So the black cloaks are work for the Sun Church, and they are witch hunters.
Okay. And do we know what's their authority here? Because we have to be a little bit careful here, right? Because obviously the first reaction, the first instinct is to not be too happy about a bunch of armed men picking on a small girl, but obviously at the moment we're hoping to get we're hoping to get legitimacy to go and explore the forest. So if we get involved in this, I mean, again, and I hate to even say it, but so are they? But they're not the law in this city, right? From what you're saying,
they're not the law. There is a city watch, and the mayor Nightpitch runs the town.
Okay. So these are just some religious group.
Yes. Now there is the national religion of the Ambrians, the Sun Church, but they don't run the town.
Okay.
So it would be a toss-up. You'd have to speak to if it came to it. You'd have to speak to Mayor Nightpitch to sort things out.
Okay. I mean, let's face it, we're not going to let this stand, are we?
No, certainly not.
Okay, so I'll just step in front of the guy who's seemingly in charge. And so, what is your problem with this girl?
She is a heretic.
And you have evidence of this, I take it?
I don't have to present my evidence to you. What are you? Sellsword or something? Or a farmer?
I say, I'll tell you what I am, my friend. I'm not someone who takes kindly to the likes of you picking on a small girl. So why don't you and your foul-smelling companions here turn about and leave whilst you're still able?
I think not. She's been accused of being the abomination, the flayer.
Accused by who?
I don't have to present my evidence to some street urchin.
Insult me one more time, my friend, and see how that goes for you.
He looks down and says, I don't like your boots.
I'm not looking down. I'm not falling for that. I'm going to smash him in the face.
He looks down and says, I don't like your boots.
I'm going to smash him in the face.
Okay, so that is.
Sorry, I'm not going to take this. I know. I apologise in advance, everyone. This is probably not a good idea.
Essentially, that's an ambush.
Yeah, I'm just literally going to smash him in the because I'm just going to smash him in the face. I'm not drawing it. I haven't got my weapon out. I'm just going to literally punch him.
I will have stepped up. I will have stepped up be alongside.
Yeah, I don't like bullies. Don't like bullies. So he's getting one in the face.
So it's your accuracy. His quick is 0, so it's just your accuracy.
Right. So I've got an accuracy of 15.
Yep.
Under 15. Under 15. Right. Let me get. I've got roll 20 up. D20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give me a sec. Sorry.
So?
Roll 20's interfaces. So crap. I can't find what I'm looking for. There we go. Excellent. Oh, a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Can't remember. Is that good or bad?
That's really that's
low is
really
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So armor is a dice roll. So you make me down.
Okay, so let's have a look.
This armor is ScoMo 3. So it's your damage.
So how do you? So my my strength is 13. So how do you resolve hand-to-hand damage? Actually, I've got the sheet here. Hold on a minute. Combat actions. Hold on. Blah blah blah. Move into melee. Combat action. So attack with the use of an active ability. Damage. Weapons have fixed.
The armor. Once hits confirmed damage change.
It's not clear what bare hand damage is because I'm not hitting him with a weapon. I'm just hitting him in the face.
We'll call it 1d6 and I'll find it whilst we're working it out.
Okay.
Are they armed, by the way?
I'm sure
yes, they've got sword axes.
But I'm also not going to be the first one to draw a weapon, so I'll just punch him in the face. Yeah, so I've clocked him. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I must admit I haven't written that down, but because on these stats, it doesn't give you anything other than strength, which I guess must have something to do with it. But damage on the quick guide for combat simply talks about weapon damage and protection with armor. It doesn't say anything about bare hand damage or unarmed combat, but I'm sure there must be.
It's okay.
Just check.
Anyway, I rolled a 3, so.
So yes, you hit him in the face. Strong. Okay, so he's a bit shocked by that. He wasn't expecting you to headbutt him.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
punch him in the
no,
face, sorry.
I just literally punch him. Because again,
They
I'm.
They
Like
all
I say,
draw their weapons, apart from him. And he is going to. Is he going to? He takes a step forward.
Yep.
He says, "All right, little man, bring it on."
Okay. Give me 2 minutes. I've got to relocate downstairs. So I'm just gonna. You carry on.
Yep.
I'm still listening, but I'm just gonna go on mute just for a minute while I just relocate. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
He can do his worst.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find. I thought that there was hand to hand on one of these sheets. Maybe I misread that. It must be hand to hand.
You thought so, wouldn't you?
Your combat sheets don't mention it. Must be hand. That's one of those things. Far too many books and combat. Let's go back to basics. Where's the combat? So he's going to have a hit, attempt to hit, and then it'll be everybody else's combat.
With a weapon.
Yes, he's just been punched in the face, and he's going to take his axe and try and hit you. Why is the combat book? I swear, every time I pick up a book, the combat sections. Combat. Fast rolls. There, I find them. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong page. Okay, long weapon. No, I think I can't see a.
Right. Basic punching rules. A standard unarmed attack deals 1d4 damage.
Okay.
Non-player
Where?
characters. I'm looking on Gemini, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
NPCs deal a fixed 2 points of damage.
Okay. Well, we got. So he's going to go attempt to. So his accuracy -3 versus
My quick is so my defense is 9.
9. So that's +1, -1. No, it's +1. So -2. So he's got.
Sorry, just to be clear, I'm just missing because of course I'm not with weapons at the moment. So my quickness is 10. My quick is 10. So the 9 comes from using the shield, and that's like the sort of armed combat. But obviously, I take it you just want to use the 10, which is the basic level. So
he misses.
Oh, good. So
he swings his axe at you.
Okay.
Misses.
So he swings his axe. So what I'll do is, as he's now drawn a weapon, I will then sidestep his swing, and I will then draw my sword. And obviously, so I'm now gonna. It's now going to be armed combat because if he's attacked me, so I was quite happy to go hand to hand with him. But if he's drawn a weapon first, and I have witnesses that he's drawn a weapon on me, so I've now drawn my sword.
Yep. So it's now all of your rolls to attack.
Yeah. So I will draw my short sword.
Can I just ask? Sorry, what's the girl doing while this is happening? So we've sort of pushed it behind.
He's standing behind the ogre.
Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't.
Can
At the
we
moment,
encourage her? I'll encourage her to to run. I think because if they're, I mean, I presume they're distracted with us at the moment, but I presume they will try and go for her again. So,
Thorn, take the girl to safety.
yeah, there you go. Good idea.
and he will run away, essentially.
Brave Sir Robin.
He shouts something, essentially telling you where he's going to go.
So not appearing in this film. Yeah.
In a cryptic manner. So, where are we at? Everyone's drawn their weapons. It's
Yes.
you guys to attack.
Yes.
What was the sort of initiative order for our characters?
The
It goes in quickness, doesn't it?
yep.
So hold on a minute. Looking at initiative, the initiative decides the turn order in combat. Oh, so the way initiative works, long weapons go first.
You've all got swords, so it's
Then the combat with the high.
quick.
Then it goes to quickness, doesn't it? So yeah, so it's in order of quickness. The one with the highest quickness goes first.
Ox, Thorn, Kellen, and then Severin. So Ox goes first with a quickness of 13.
Yeah, I've got a quickness of 10.
Cool.
11.
So their quickness is 10. So it's your accuracy versus their quickness. No modifier for them.
And accuracy is it? Oh no! I'm using my. I've got that skill, haven't I?
Oh yes.
So I'm using my strong.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm 4 under.
So you hit him.
Now then, I'm still getting used to this. Damage. Oh, 1d10 plus 2d4 plus 1. Wowzer. So that was a 7.
7. Armor.
That's
3.
5 plus 1, so 13.
13 in total from one hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 minus that. So you slash him really. You got an axe, haven't you?
I've got a warhammer.
A warhammer.
Nice.
You hear a crunch of bone as this mighty sledgehammer comes thundering down this guy's shoulder. A crunch of bone and a twisting and a breaking of armor. And he goes down, and you can hear him blaspheming and screaming as his entire arm is either smashed out of its socket or dislocated. He drops his weapon, and his compatriots sheathe their swords and come running to him and start dragging him away. And the guy that was belittling you points to you and says, "You just wait. Balmello will hear this." That's Baumelo. Balmello.
Yeah, okay.
Balmello. So you just wait. He'll hear this, and they Scarpa. Quick
I'll
shot.
just call after them and say, "Go with God."
Go with Prius.
Go with, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's quite a hefty. Because his pain threshold was 8, his toughness was 15. Scale mail 3. So even with all of those, you still smashed his collarbone to shreds. He's not going to be fighting again. He'll probably be chucked out. You see him on the streets begging for food at a later date. So
Yeah. Who
you turn around
in a
and
fist fight?
yeah, don't bring a sledgehammer to a fist fight. So you see that Thorn has vanished. He essentially said to you that he was going to take her and hide her, and he's going to take her to. Where's he going to take her to? Big Bazaar Smithy, which is number 22. So you are here. Oh, you're here. Okay. No.
Right. Okay.
And he has. He's gone to here. That's kind of the cryptic way of whatever he said to you. Gone to the smithy and he's ordered a knife, a new knife, with a girl. So that's where you find him when you come making your way back to the girl.
Okay, so again, my reasoning here is just simply I don't know anything about the religious implications of it, or I just don't like. I don't like the sight of armed men picking on what seems to be a young girl. So,
quite right.
She says, "My name's Tenid, Tenid." And she said, a neighbour accused her of witchcraft in an attempt to lay claim to her hen house. She says, I am slightly skilled in the art of witchcraft, but I've denounced all accusations of being all accusations of being dealt with dark powers. I don't do dark powers, but everyone's got a bit of magic in them, surely. But this old woman, she wants my bloody hen house. I'm up by the east. I'm up by the east gate. You couldn't come out and have a word, could you? Kind of. She starts flattering her eyelashes.
I mean,
she's.
So what was her name? Did you say? Sorry,
Tenid.
Tenid. I said I would suggest that you resolve this matter with your neighbour. We are not here to get involved in your domestic problems. This was simply a matter of we did not like the odds, but I would recommend. I said I think we have other matters to attend to.
So she looks at you up and down, looks at the open doorway, and she spits at your shoe and runs out. And she says to you, "I can tell you're a bloody sellsword." Spits in your shoe and runs out.
Charming.
Lost in the crowd.
Okay. So I don't mean to speak for us, guys. I don't see that we should be. I mean, it seems I don't know. Don't seem like the right thing to do to be getting involved in her bloody hen house dispute.
Fair enough.
I've got these gems you could find.
Don't go there, Kevin.
No.
If you mentioned the word
I fear
Mamara,
that we are already involved in some issues that we may not wish to be involved in.
Yeah, I suggest. I said I think what we should do on the morrow is let us settle this issue of our legal status, because city life seems complicated. I yearn for the ability for us to make our own way in the forest and be masters of our own destiny. I am uncomfortable with politics and religion and domestic matters. I think I wish to do what I need to do to be able to go and make my fortune in the forest.
But I must admit, I am not unhappy with the thought of smiting the unworthy.
It does you credit, my friend. It does you credit.
Many thanks, my friend Severin.
But yeah, I think it might be an idea for us to because again, that was our aim, right? To get the I don't even know. I keep stumbling over the right word to use. Get the license, whatever you want to call it. But I think that's probably what we should do. Is just go get that done, because that's what we came for. So and I can see the longer we stay in this city, we're going to end up getting into trouble. So I think we should probably just go and do that and get and explore.
So Thorin says we should go and see Master Vernon before going there. But it says, so the explorer's license. Since the autumn of year 15, the person of Ambrian origin who wishes to venture into Davokar must obtain an explorer's license. formerly known as License for Travels in and Explorations of Davokar Forest. The license can be bought on a monthly or annual basis at the headquarters of the City Watch in Yindros or at the Queen's Legation in Thistlehold. The cost varies depending on the number of people it covers. The bigger the group, the higher the cost per individual. In other words, for a company of adventurers encountered by a ranger patrolling the woods, it is not enough to present individual licenses. Adding to the basic price, there are a number of costs related to the aim and composition of the expedition. Whether you aim to gather or harvest some resource or explore an area, there is no escape from paying the basic price for those three categories. Since the licensor presumes that you are at least will be gathering firewood, harvest some berries, and perform explorations in the most expansive sense of the word. The arbitrariness of the system angers most people, particularly when it comes to the supplementary costs for incompetence and intentions. The former related to the wildlife experience of the group, and the latter based on an assessment of to what degree of expedition's aim may be considered disturbing or provoking. But for anyone who wishes to travel the woods without risking hefty fines or the loss of fingers, hands, there is no alternative but to come up with a sum dictated by the authorities. So it's going to cost you 10 thalia. With
group.
Yeah.
Wow.
So gathering is 3 to 10 thalia. Harvesting is 5 to 12. Exploring is 5 thalia per person. Wagons, 5 thalia per wagon. Incompetence, 5 to 15 thalia. Intentions, 5 for 50 thalia. Other, 1 to 5 thalia.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Hefty prices there.
Yep.
Incompetence.
I don't know. I don't have. I only have 5, and that's on my couch sheet. Now, obviously, like I say, we may have earned more in the intervening time because, again, I was working.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much going to wipe us out. I would assume. Unless
As
you got tons of cash, or
no, you don't. But I would refer to this as the teaching assistant conundrum. You cannot get on a teaching assistant course at the college without being a teaching assistant. You cannot be a teaching assistant without
unless you've
having
been on
done
the
course.
teaching assistant course at the college.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so is there a here's a thought. Is there some sort of, so obviously, like you say, this is basically a tax. It's a but is there a system in place where you can take on the debt? So you go to them, you say, well, this is what we want to go and do now, and we come to some great agreement, because again, if we wanted to, what was the just general exploring cost, did you say?
5 thalia. So essentially, it would, as a minimum, it's going to cost you 10. You're exploring 10. There's 4 of you. 20, so it's 30 thalia. Plus 3 plus 5, 38. 38, 43. 48 thalia is the minimum it's going to cost you.
Now, I've only got, on my character sheet, I've got 5. Now, admittedly, that was from character creation. So again, I don't know. I presume I've got more than that, but we don't have a figure. So what about the rest of us? Have we got?
Well, I've only got 3 on my character sheet.
Somehow I seem to have 25 on my character
Bloody
sheet.
hell. But even so, what I guess my question is there a way then that you can do it as a debt? So in other words, if you can't pay the money up front, you say, look, we'll give you, we owe you, therefore, the balance of, because again, we need some money to survive. We need some a small amount. Admittedly, if you're going out into the woods and all that, but you've got to buy, have to get supplies and so on. But so, do they expect you to pay in cash, or can you say, well, we'll take on the debt and
cash
then
is king. Cash is king. There are no promissory notes for.
right? So we're going to have to therefore take on other jobs to be able to afford to do
Otherwise,
this.
it'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to make that 1 million thaler. So we'll pay on our way back. It's like, no, you pay before going.
No, that's
Not,
fair.
not,
I thought I'd ask because
Yeah.
in some cases it's like a privateer where they give you a so basically we're going to have to take on other jobs to get
Yep.
money to pay this off. So that's what I was getting at. Is
you get a sponsor that will front up the money if you convince them to, assist you going somewhere.
okay, but I'm just trying to clear it in my head. So we need to get a job to be able to then afford to go. And so before we can go off exploring the forest, we're going to need to do some work. Okay, fine. So therefore, then I guess we just need to look around for employment.
Well, Thorne says, well, maybe that Master Vernon will buy the magic arm if it's dangerous.
Well, I was just thinking that myself.
Maybe give us some good salary after that.
There is that, but obviously, didn't you say that you'd sworn to protect it?
No, I'd sworn to protect Thorne at some point after he was in possession of both the Sunstone and the Hand.
Well, if we have a magic, if we have an artifact that we can sell, sure. I mean, I'm as a simple sellsword, I don't really care about the arm, so I'm happy if we can sell it. I don't know how the others feel, but I mean that doesn't bother me.
Nor me. That thing gives me the creeps, to be honest.
Yeah, that's right. So if we can get money for it, then why? Yeah, we should sell it. I mean, I know that he's not going to get rid of the Sunstone.
Because
I guess the Sunstone would also
as you
be
came
worth
across the Titans, the first few nights, Thorne, put it in each of your bedrolls, so you woke up with this dead hand. Because
in that case, we can definitely sell that bastard. Then, yeah. But I guess you're right. If it's it could be an art. So I guess that's something we could explore, isn't it? We could.
It's classed as an artifact because it's a magical item, as all magical items are potential artifacts.
Sure. Let's sell.
Its
Sell
value
that
is so it can. It's magical. It does. He's learnt that it does a word of doom, black bliss, and no, he didn't do the smoke, did he?
Yeah, let's sell that creepy artifact right now.
So
no brainer.
We could go to this Vernam's place and
and see what he'll offer us for it. Okay, let's do that.
Fine.
So the following day, you're going to do that, or?
Yeah, I think so. We probably, again, it's probably. I mean, it depends what time. It depends on the time of day. I mean, we had that run in, but I'm happy to wait till the next day. It's another couple of coins spent, and another couple of flagons of ale consumed. But we can go the next day. That's fine with me.
So, time passes. You drink heavily. So make a percentage roll, somebody, and if you roll under 50%, you only have a couple of drinks to go to bed. If you do more than 50%, those couple of drinks extend a few bits. So no, you just a couple of drinks and you go to bed. Wake up fresh in the morning, and you find yourselves wandering towards the Academy of Master Vernon.
So I rolled a 12. So
that's well under. So it's just 2 drinks. Otherwise, you're going to get drunk and have some fun. Yeah. You eventually come to go beyond the Park of the Elders, and there's a tall and narrow academy building. It's 4 stories high. The entrance hall and offices on the ground floor. There's lecture rooms on levels 2 and 3, and the top floor contains 2 small rooms for private tutorship and presumably Mr. Vernon's office. You just know he's only what Thorne's told you. He was the person here that has got knowledge of this kind of stuff and can help with these magical items. So the door.
We sorry to interrupt, but we need basically about 50 thaler to pay for these licenses for the group of us, right? So we should keep that in mind if there's any negotiation to be had, because let's face it, he's probably going to try and stiff us on this anyway, because of course he is. So just so we keep that in mind, so that we've got a figure in our minds to think about. So sorry, carry on.
So the door's ajar as you get to the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly open. You're just standing outside. Who's going to go in? And who's going to go in? And who goes in first?
I'm not really the expert. This is not really my area of expertise, so I should probably take a back seat on this one.
Well, it should be Thorne, but Thorne's not here. Yeah. So I tell you what, I'm going to roll 1d4, and 4 is Thorne, so we re-roll. 1 is 7, 2 is Ox, 1 and 3 is Kellen, and that's who's going to go in first. Sounds right.
Yeah.
So 4, that's Thorne, so he can get rolled again. Oh no, do 1d6. 1 to 2 is 7.
Yeah.
3 to 4 is Ox, and 5 to 6 is Kellen. You're essentially drawing short swords. So 1, so 7 short swords.
Right. Okay. All right, I'll go in first then. So
you get in, and you are met by a pale-looking woman who says, "Can I help you? My name is Esbetha." She looks quite shaken, and her lower lip is quivering.
Okay. So I am named Severin. These are my companions. We wish to speak with, what was his name again? Sorry, I didn't write it down.
Master Vernon.
We wish to speak with Master Vernon.
Okay. She says, come with me.
Okay. I take it we get a vibe. Something's a bit weird here, isn't it?
Something to miss. This is an academy, so you expect to see pupils, students. Mm-hmm. It's empty. It's just her, and she takes you. She's going to take you to the top floor.
Okay.
So you either walk up in silence or just wait till you get to the top.
I'd like to listen, just in case we hear anything.
Yeah, exactly.
There is utter silence. You expect this to be essentially a work day or a school day. There is no the noise of a school. What you perceive to be the noise of a school isn't there.
I mean, I'm not one for small talk anyway, so I'm quite happy just to walk along in silence.
Yes.
It's a woman. Unless I'm paying her, I don't care for. Hang on, let's say that out loud. She stops at a wooden door and she turns, and with a dramatic pause in her voice, and you can always hear the music go dun dun dun. She says, "What you're about to witness is horrifying. I've seen it right before you came." And she touches the door and it swings open, and there is blood everywhere. It's just splattered blood, hanging upside down from the ceiling. Is a body. A closer look, you see the entrails and the skin lie below. On the left-hand side, there's a window is open and bloody footprints lead out onto the roof.
Okay, so one's hand, Severin's hand automatically goes to his weapon. And I say, "Woman, what is this?"
I don't know. Master Vernon came to his room. Somebody went to see him. They left. Let's see.
Is that?
Yeah, is that him?
Yes.
He did.
She says, an elf, Tara Kell, came by. They left. I believe Vernon was writing a letter, and I had to go downstairs at that point.
Guess you won't be inviting that fella along again. Is he alive?
No. Master Vernon is dead, or whoever. Yeah, Master Vernon, his skinned body is dead. That person's dead.
Yeah, just.
I mean,
sure.
Okay, so I take it there's nobody else in the room, nobody else.
No.
So I think. Sorry, go on.
Sorry. I was just going to say, have you notified the authorities?
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say.
I've literally come downstairs. You came in as I was coming down. I sent the kids home, the students home. I literally came downstairs. I was going out to inform the authorities as you were coming in. So she says that the body hanging from the ceiling matches the physiognomy of Master Vernon.
Physiognomy.
Yep, we'll go with that. The skinned corpse is missing 2 digits on its left hand, which makes it easy to identify. He lost the fingers whilst living with the witches in Davokar. Master
He hasn't had
Vernon.
an easy life, has he?
Is it? I can't
So,
help that it comes to mind that the little girl was accused of what? Being a flayer?
witch. Abomination and a flayer, yes.
Well, you can't win them all, can you?
So, does anyone have
Let's not be too hasty.
I'm telling you, maybe we should just go back to. We should just go back to Ambria. This place is weird.
Yeah. So, does anyone have Medicus?
No.
Yes,
No.
I think
Yes.
I do.
So, if you Medicus, if you make a successful cunning test.
Let me just double check. Yes, I do. I'm a novice.
Okay.
I have it at novice level. So what
That's
test?
okay.
Cunning.
So it's cunning. Under.
Just click. Can I just click cunning? Oh no, that doesn't work. No attribute was found for. Oh, there we go. Let me try that. There we go.
6. Yes, so you're under. So, with your Medicus training, you can see clearly that he was strangled. Vernon was strangled before he was skinned. And although most of his entrails are there appears to be some glands that are missing.
I mean, I don't think that little girl could have strangled this guy, right?
Yeah.
No,
So
I don't think it was her, but it's just a.
Yeah, it's a bit convenient, isn't it?
And also,
or inconvenient.
Strangle and hung them up and then skin them.
Yeah.
The adrenal, the thyroid, and the penile glands are the adrenal. Yeah, let's try it again. Adrenal.
Adrenal, yeah.
Adrenal, thyroid, and pineal. That'll do. Yeah, that one.
Pineal.
That's the third eye.
They're missing. Now, according to some scriptures, these precise glands may contain energies to counteract corruption.
Okay, so somebody who is suffering from corruption may have.
But weirdly, you realise this, and it's odd. It's odd that you remember this, but also odd that it's here. All of those organs can be removed without skinning the body. Yet all the skin has been carefully removed, strip by strip. So make a vigilance -5.
So it could very well be then that they've tried to put the blame onto so they've covered the crime. With the flaying is there to disguise the crime, if that makes sense.
Yes, misdirection.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Sorry,
which
skill?
Vigilance -5.
Vigilance -5. Okay. Hold on.
-5. So.
No, I didn't. I didn't make that.
So you're essentially adding. No, so so whatever your vigilance is, take 5 off it, and you roll underneath that. That makes sense. So if your vigilance is 15, you take 5 off it. Your vigilance is 10 for the purpose of this.
Yeah, got it. I failed.
So have I.
No, okay. So no, I don't think anyone's got beast law, have they?
In fact, I do.
Okay, make a cunning test.
Cunning. No, it's above my.
Above. Okay, no, don't anything. So as you are, you're investigating the body. The rest of you are wandering around or meandering around the apartment or office looking for stuff, and on the floor, beneath Vernon's desk, is a rusty ring of iron.
Oh, recognise that.
Yep. It's blooded and most likely tossed aside by the murderer while skinning his victim. Inside the ring is inscribed, so even though he's not here, the changeling, will tell you it's Elvish, and it says "Nevermore." It is a ring of the Iron Pact.
Do we know what the Iron Pact is?
Yes, so this is the pact between the elves, the barbarians, and some humans about essentially stopping more corruption and everything going to pot, trying to keep a balance
right
in the world.
Yeah, okay.
So there is also lying on the floor. In fact, as you walk around, you realise you've stepped on something that sticks to your shoe, and it's a letter. Where is it? That one. So it's that one, and it's this. Covered in blood. So there. And it says, "Dear Mr. Nightpitch, I know that we seldom see eye to eye, but let me once try to explain why I believe that Gorak's failed expedition is connected to the current killings. Now, the name Gorak rings a bell, and you can't quite remember, but you've heard that name
somebody
before.
We might have encountered on our travels, possibly.
No, it's. See if any of you remember.
That does ring a bell. It was mentioned Or Gorak and Alahara disappeared.
Yep. So the two, what are they called?
Udo and Bellu.
Yeah. So the two brothers or the two friends that were with you, that the elves fought. I think it was Belung became an abomination, and you were told that they were headed. He and Bellam were hired as pathfinders by a group of treasure hunters, headed by an unpleasant individual named Gorak and his second, the changeling Alahara. They travelled deep into Devakar but did not reach the planned target, darker parts of the forest, and with its well-preserved ruins from the days of Symbaroum. Instead, they came across a small tomb, the resting place of some long-dead barbarian lord. The others in the team got away with gold, jewelry, and mystic objects. All that Gorak wanted for himself was the verdurous-covered copper crown worn by the dead lord, the crown that had merged with the cranium. Once they returned to Thistlehold, the expedition members lived like kings for a while. Then they started to die or change. Gorak and Alhara disappeared after having talked to Lassifar Nightpitch, the mayor of the hold. Then Bellum started to feel as if someone was watching him and they fled to the south. One evening by the fire, everyone in the expedition got to hold the cranium with the crown. He recalls that the skull, despite being dead, was warm to the touch, and that for a moment he felt as if its dead eyes looked back at him, glowing from the campfire. That's where you've heard the name before. I believe that Gorak's failed expedition is connected to the current killings performed by the so-called Flayer. I know that Gorak sought you out, and that the skull of the king was shown to you. Numerous sources have told me as much, and I realize that a possible link between the murders and the skull is politically delicate. The king's skull infects all who touch it, infects with a power of corruption. You appear to have escaped its destructive powers. Maybe you never held it, which, if so, was wise. My elven friends have told me that their soothsayer dreamed of the dead king at the time when Gorak was parading around town with his cranium, and that they have returned to me saying that they are still dreaming, meaning that the corrupting powers of the skull are still active here in Thistlehold. Precisely how the atrocities and the killings are connected to all this, I cannot claim to know, but from a reliable source I have heard that the art of flaying is an ancient and baneful one born of darkness. Nevermore the dark, Master Burnham.
Hmm.
And is it Dear Master Nightpitch?
Nightpitch.
Nightpitch.
Yeah, Lassifar Nightpitch. He is the mayor of this town.
Yeah, exactly. So do we take this letter? So this letter clearly was intended for the mayor, but never got there.
Yep.
So should we take it to the mayor? Should we? Because again, all I'm looking for is someone to pay us to do some work. So is it worth us taking this to the mayor? So I mean, because again, it's I guess we have to,
I would have. Well, I would have thought. I would hand it over to the press
authorities.
Who's going to? I'm not familiar with this town. Who would it be? The town watch that's going to?
Presume so.
Yeah, I would just hand it to them, but I don't know if you.
No, I think that's probably even more sensible, because again, but the problem remains is that we need money to achieve our goal.
Shall we not take the lady to vouch for us?
Well, I mean, that's my other question: is should we wait for the? I mean, we should probably wait for them to turn up, because, again, what we don't want is us being accused of something. Because again,
yes,
I can see the way this could go is that
What if
so
they
I
have an
wonder whether
arrest
we should.
warrant out for us?
Yeah, I wonder whether we should
Oh.
wait and make sure that situation is clear. So, in other words, wait for the authorities to turn up.
Yeah.
Because we have the
we're not scoundrels after all.
No, we're not. But my worry is if we go running off on this half-cocked, as you say, we don't want to then be accused of this. So I think we should wait for the authorities to show whoever it is.
So
we can present. We can.
So you notice whilst you're talking, you notice two things. One thing, the bloody footprints around the body, they head towards window and lead out of the window.
Yeah, makes sense.
And
so I mean, we're going to have a look. We can have a look.
As Betha seems to have, it is no longer in the room.
Oh, bloody hell!
Well,
so Thorn and I shall search the lower floors to see if she is still here.
Okay.
But I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Should one of us or one or two of us go and raise the alarm? Or
yeah, I think we should. Again, I can see the way this could go, but I don't see there's any benefit in us legging it. I think we should, if she's, because this is a respectable establishment, right? This is an academy.
Yeah.
And I think we should contact the watch and say that we've come to legitimately come to visit him.
So you're not going to go out the window and follow the footprints.
No, I just don't see the benefit. I don't know. Maybe I'm being boring, but I don't want to go off half cocked on, because the problem is if we do that, then it just makes us look guilty. Mm-hmm. And again, the last thing we want is to be, being hunted down for this crime. Because again, at this point, we're just trying to get a license to go and explore the forest. So we failed the first, we've messed up the first, or we failed the first time. We've tried to go to this guy to sell this artifact to try and get some cash to do the right thing, and have got caught up in all of this. But I personally, I don't particularly want to go chasing after the murderers.
Surely Brother Kellon would do the tracking whilst we remain here for the authorities.
Yeah, maybe that's a possibility.
Yes, but also someone has to call them first. Perhaps we can get pay a street urchin a few coins to,
I'm not trusting any street urchin. I think I'll probably go and find him myself, because I know the way Kevin did place street urchins. The street urchin will take our money and he'll bugger off.
And
he'll swear blind that we flayed the man alive. So no, I think I've learnt my lesson there.
That's you chased. If it was you, where were you? You were in Egypt, and
yeah. Not doing that again.
Russell Cumbridge, and it's like he followed them and went hunting them with his clothes. That was funny.
We're not doing that shit again. So I think if somebody wants to track the footprints, that's cool.
Okay.
I'll go and find the watch and raise the alarm.
Okay, so two things are going to happen then. So, Roger, if you do so essentially you're going to see where they go and then come and meet everyone downstairs outside the front door.
Yes, I mean, I will try and track them as far as I feel is sensible and
and don't get into anything on your own. Just
exactly.
If you can find out where they've gone or whatever. But like I say, if it becomes dangerous,
where's my glasses? Make a vigilance check. We'll do because by the time you've walked stairs, Roger's going to run across the.
So that's a pass.
So it's it's a vigilance -5, so under 10, 9. Okay, so from the scenes of butchery, a trail of bloody footprints leads back to the window. It looks like the killer has stopped to wipe feet. Trail leads across the rooftop and aerobatically over the nearby buildings. Close to the Toad's Square, the killer climbed down, and his footprints are lost amongst hundreds of others. He could have continued on the route, so there must have been some reason for his descent, something of importance near the square. And that's Toad's Square. So, and you make your way. So let's go back to here. Where is Toad Square? So, 37. That's a crap map. I need a better map. Where's the? So I can't see.
I've put one in Discord, by the way. It's in the north.
Okay.
It's by the.
So you were here. Oh, that's not working. So you're about here. No, why is that not? So I think 27's at the top.
Toad Square is over there, I believe.
So Toad Square is at the top. Yeah, that's Toad Square. So they went all across the roofs and got to Toad Square.
And then descended.
Yeah. So you have no idea what that is, what the area is, because you've never been there. But you do kind of recognise a way to get back. So by the time you get back to the academy, everyone else has come downstairs.
Okay.
So the three of you come. So whilst he's walking back, the three of you come downstairs, and to the right of the doorway, you see Esbetha sitting on her bed in what looks like her dwelling, and she's just sitting there.
Sorry, who's come across that?
You three,
I think.
Yeah, as you come downstairs to go out to tell everyone, you've walked past the room. The door's open on the ground floor, and Esbetha is sitting there.
Do you two? Shall I go? Shall I go and find the watch, or because we still need to go and call the Rozzers, don't we? So
yeah.
Yes, because my interaction with humans goes ever so well.
Okay, I'll go out and try and find a member of the watch then and report it.
Okay.
You two don't let her out of your sight though, because she's our alibi apart from anything else.
So you leave, and the door. You move the door, and the door tinkles. A little bell goes off.
Esbetha.
Yes.
This is the one that led us upstairs to.
Yes, she's the only other human being in the thing. So if you want to have a proper talk to her, you can. So Kelly, you can bump into Severin as you walk back. So it's left to Ox and the elf, changeling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Lady Esbetha, can we get you anything? Some refreshment?
So make a vigilance -1 and a persuasive -3. Yeah. So whatever your vigilance is, well, -1 to it.
Okay. Right. Let's start with vigilance. And that was what? Sorry, -1.
So whatever your vigilance is.
Well, that's a fail.
Vigilance? Okay.
10.
Yeah, no.
And now you want to make an absolute fool of me with taking numbers off my persuasive.
Yep. What's your persuasion? What's your persuasion? 5. Okay, 5. No, that doesn't work. She kind of essentially says, soon after Vernon had shut himself in his room, but before the bang, hang on, let's go back to the top. Master Vernon came home after running some errands that seemed to be everything as usual. Cart used to seem to be his normal self. He tutored a couple of students, after which he closed the door to his study, almost his usual routine. Sometimes later, she heard a loud bang, and as Esbetha asked about it through the door, Master Vernon told her not to worry, it was only a window beating in the wind. After that, all was silent, and was not until an hour later, when she went to his room with wine and biscuits, that she found her employer lawyer murdered and skinned. Since then, she's been sitting in the entrance hallway, not sure that nobody, making sure nobody enters the house. After he shut himself in the room, but before the bang, an elf came to visit. She does not know the elf's name, but recalls having seen her before. Elspeth does not even try to hide her profound dislike of elves. Master Vernon's dealing with them. He was a member of their sect, or whatever they called it. I knew it would come to this sooner or later.
So it was a female elf that came to visit.
Oh, yes. Loathsome, unwholesome, nature-worshipping, evil creatures.
I'll just usher Thorn out of the room.
Can he not change into something less insulting?
Well, he's a changeling. And
yeah, so he can change into something else.
Yeah, well, he's not exactly an elf, but claims he's a changeling. So as he steps out the room, she calms a little bit and seems less agitated, or less racist, shall we say? And
can you recall any distinguishing features? Hair colour?
No, but I think I have something for you. And she stands up and walks to her chest of drawers, opens the top drawer, rummages around her smalls, and produces a letter.
Yeah.
It carries the seal of Master Vernon, and she says, he gave it to me a week ago.
Have you read it?
No. He gave me no special instructions, only that it should be given to the first person who comes to visit me after my death. I thought it was just one of his eccentric things. And she hands you the letter. It's unopened.
As a knight of Arcas, can't pronounce it. As a knight of Arcastolf, I am an honourable being. Do I have your permission to open and read this document?
It's for you. It's you are the first person to come to visit me after his death. So yes.
Strictly speaking, that was probably Severin.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will open it and hope I can read it.
It says the following. Where's my glasses? Did I? I'm not sure. I thought I put this. But no, I didn't put it out. I'll read it out. It says, "Dear friends, if you're reading this, I'm dead. You don't know who I am, just as I don't know you in the common meaning of the word, but I know something about your faith, since it is intertwined with my own, and with the bloody tracks left by the flayer through our beautiful town. In short, you have appeared in my dream sites, visions I've invoked with the help of rituals as part of my solve the riddle of the murderous flayer. Some months ago, an expedition returned to Thistlehold. Aside from the gold they brought back, the skull of a Symbaroum king, and the expedition leader paraded this distasteful trophy around many of the town's inns and taverns. Unfortunately, the treasure hunters also brought with them a horrid sickness, which claimed their lives one after the other. Some just disappeared, others were hunted down by agents of the Iron Pact. Another few turned into abominations and were killed by watchmen or brave residents. Gorak, the leader, went into hiding and took the skull with him. People's memories are short in the hold, and since this new wave of murders began, carried out by the abominable flayer, no one has linked the bloody deeds of Gorak's expedition. However, my vision revealed some kind of connection. After many frustrating dream sights, one thing is clear to me. There is some kind of association between the expedition and the skinning of our townsfolk. Alas, I also realized my own death was a crucial step towards solving the riddle. And so, my unfamiliar friends by faith are you. The hows and the whys are unintelligible to me, but hopefully you will be able to figure them out. If we ever meet in the world beyond, you have to tell me everything about the events to come. Till then, I can but ask you to forgive me for placing this burden upon your souls. What's ahead of you, I wish not for my greatest enemy, let alone the persons who likely would have been my friends. But had I but lived to greet them, Master Vernon.
It seems that Master Vernon has entrusted a great quest on us.
Yes. And more references to Garak
at this
and
moment,
Cranium.
it's just at the moment it's just Ox and Thoron that know the contents of the letter.
Yeah.
Everyone else has gone looking for the watch to report the crime.
Yes, yeah.
So, what do you want to do? So
I will take
Severin,
this quest upon myself.
Yep.
Okay, as you'd say, so Severin and Kelly, you bumped into Kelly on the way back. You really got no idea where the watch would be. So obviously there's going to be guards wandering around. But yeah, so
Gate.
a gatehouse probably.
Hmm.
Heading to the
well, we're not far.
gate.
We're not. Yeah, I'll head for the gate because, like you say, that would be the obvious. There will be guards there.
Yeah.
Where is you there? Where's the nearest gatehouse or town watch office?
Bloody tourist. And he points to a ramshackle building not far from the main town square that says City Watch. Watch post 7.
Okay.
As you walk in, the guy behind the counter says, "Right, we're not doing cats, trees this week. What's your problem? Don't tell me. Giant krakens in the sewer."
No, I'd like to report a murder.
A murder. Is that something you've been involved in? And your name is
no. No, we are.
Sellsword 7. Was it a fight at a bar?
A body has been discovered.
Okay.
A body has been discovered. What was the name of it? At the academy. I can't remember the name of the academy.
Esbeth.
Well, that's no help to me. You can't remember where it is. Are you sure?
I know exactly where it is.
The Park of the Elders.
Yeah.
We believe the victim is Master Vernon.
Master Vernon of the Academy.
Correct.
I believe so.
When did this happen? How do you know Mr. Vernon?
We were visiting the academy in the hopes of selling him an artifact. On arrival, we were greeted by his assistant, who had discovered the crime. So we have decided to report it, and we want you to send someone to verify it. As I say, he is sadly deceased, brutally deceased.
Nobby. Would you go on with these chaps to find a murder?
Oh, do I have to?
Well, it's a lot of paperwork. I don't like murders. There's a lot of paperwork. I could get a cat out of a tree, he says. And it's a rather diminutive-looking guard with a little steel helmet and buck teeth, because we're going there. A rather rusty breastplate and a crossbow. All right, come on. Where's the murder? Come and show me.
Grisly scene. He's been flayed.
Well, you should have said. We've had a few of them. All right, come and show me. Come and show me. So you wander back to the. I'm lost. Bloody tourists. eventually find your way back to the building, and at this point, he's not quite believing you, but he's going along with it because why would Sellsword come and report a murder? Seems odd. So get inside, and eventually he sees the body, and he goes, "Oh, not again!" Right.
Yes.
I'll secure the crime scene, and I need your names. Produces a small piece of paper. What's your name?
We'll give him our names.
So we'll give our names, and
Okay, and
say as you can see, it seems to be a bloody trail leads out the window.
there's no need to swear, mate. I'm a detective. I'm a qualified police a watch officer of the watch. So you chaps go about where we're staying, and if we need to speak to you again, I will come and find you.
We'll tell him where we're
leave.
staying. Should we also mention the letter to him as well that we found, the bloody letter?
Nay.
Maybe we won't mention the other letter because that was not for public consumption. But the bloody letter that we found to the mayor, we can tell him about, right?
Yeah, I mean we've read it already, so
yeah,
we should deliver it ourselves. I feel it as part of his wishes.
Okay.
This quest lies upon our heads now, my friends.
Who brought the night?
Your knightly instincts are kicking in there.
It seems only right. He has dreamt of our arrival.
Very well. I shan't object.
So, you leave the dwelling. The watch takes the key, locks Elsbeth in, and goes back to the watch house. And he will train a bunch of soldiers to go and investigate more. You are going to leave this building, but where are you going to go?
I think I could do with a drink, to be honest.
Just trying to.
I cannot help but feel that we should visit the mayor soonest.
As in now?
Lest ale cloud our judgment.
Yes. Is there enough time in the day?
Here's the mayor.
Well, why not? What say you, Severin?
Oh, I suppose. I, for one, wouldn't mind some ale to cloud my judgment.
You never know. If I have enough ale, I might go and investigate.
It says this town, this city vexes me. It seems everywhere we turn, our reason for being here gets slipped further from our reach. But
mayhap the mayor look kindly on our actions.
Yes,
indeed.
I
will follow your knightly instincts, my friend.
Yeah.
We can save ale for another day.
Nobby, where might we find the mayor's office?
Wet behind the ear tourist. He's where is he? Let's see, trade other
town seat. The town seat.
Yeah,
perhaps?
town seat. Yep. Yeah, the town seat. Number 26.
26. Oh, that's where that's near where the encounter with the little girl, I believe.
26. It's 26 gone.
It's right in the middle, sort of
Yeah,
central.
yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
The Sun Temple,
Okay.
Night Home.
I think it's
Or
pretty much straight down the
Yeah,
road.
just
and
on the
then,
left-hand side. Yeah, that big plaza. Yeah.
right, I'm just trying to find the brew over there. Because you've also got number 27, which is the Night Home. The town seat versus the Night Home. One might be his home and one might be his office. Just going to confirm which is which.
Right. Oh, Night Home.
So that is where he holds court, the town seat.
Yeah.
We'll just use that because it's during the day. So number 26.
Right. Oh.
I don't have the actual physical Yindris physical whole book downstairs. It's upstairs, annoyingly. I've got all the other books. So you can quite easily make your way there. It's a short walk. It's a large building, very administrative looking. There is a reception, a couple of guards outside. As you get to the front entrance of the building, they drop their halberds, creating a cross to stop you coming in. And so, state your business.
We have an important letter for Mayor Nightpitch from the late Master Vernum.
You may enter to reception. The halberds are raised, and you are allowed to the main room. In the main room, there is a reception area. Somebody sitting behind a desk. And they say, "Can I help you?"
I'm sorry, this is a receptionist or something.
Yes, it's somebody sitting behind a desk.
Do they look remotely lavishly dressed enough to be a
Yeah,
mayor?
no, but they are quite well dressed, clean, basically.
I suppose that
Yes,
makes
can I
all the
help you?
difference. We carry an important letter which we must deliver in person to Mayor Nightpitch.
I'm afraid I've got no more appointments to see the mayor today. I could fit you in.
Now,
And she starts flipping through the calendar, and she's picking up several days or possibly weeks. She goes, a week next Tuesday, I can fit you in. She's been very busy, but if you'd like to leave the letter.
we will speak with Mayor Nightpitch now.
I think you'll find the mayor will not thank you for delaying this matter once he reads the letter.
She taps on the desk, and you can hear the two guards come in. Can I be of assistance, madam? Yeah, these gentlemen were going to let him leave. Chaps, if you'd like to leave the letter and leave, I'm sure there's no need to be to get any aggravation here.
I'll turn around and tower over the guards.
With
It is a very important letter, and the mayor needs to see this letter now.
Well, if you'd like to give the letter to the to Ada, she can
No.
hand them to the mayor.
We are personally assigned this task by the late Master Vernon. We will see his dying wishes through.
She said, I could possibly see if there's a later appointment today, if you'd like to take a seat.
If that late appointment is within the next 10 minutes, that will be satisfactory.
Please, Sid. We'll see.
Does it seem obvious where the mayor's office might be?
Not quite. In this room, there are a couple of doors to the back. So she's kind of sitting in a central position. And behind her are two doors. Both look identical. I mean, there are other people in the room sitting down waiting.
Right. Well, perhaps we should. Perhaps we should take a seat.
If the guard is going to make enquiries, then I'm happy for him to do that.
She goes, wait here. I will. I'll go and see if somebody needs if it's possible. She does not move from her seat whilst you sit down. 5 minutes pass and she still has not moved from her seat. In the meantime, somebody has left through the right-hand door, and somebody has gone in for it's one of the people sitting down has gone in for the left-hand door.
Yes. One of the person that's come out, I'll try and speak to them. I'll say, yeah. Is it a male, female? Or?
A male.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I hope you don't mind me disturbing you. We are anxious to speak with the mayor.
I don't have any money on me, my dear friend. I do apologise. I can't give you any coin.
I'm not after coin. We're just anxious to speak with the mayor. Can you tell me, was he behind that door you just came out of?
Standing behind the door, letting me out, or in office. I came to see Commissioner Kelly O'Geller. I don't know if the mayor's in.
Oh, you haven't seen the mayor today. I was wondering what his demeanour was today.
I came to see the. I want an extension of my building. I came to see the construction commissioner, Galliera.
Oh, sorry to disturb you. Well,
that's okay. That's okay. He sheepishly leaves the building. Another 5 minutes pass, and another person comes out. Another person goes in, and she has not moved from her seat.
Did you say people have been entering? Yeah, in the other door.
So somebody comes in and somebody goes out.
When the doors open, are there more guards?
Not that you can see. Presume there must be. There should be two guards on the door.
Yes. Not sure we want to cause a scene here, but I'm getting impatient, chaps.
Yeah, it's this is. I mean, yeah.
It seems that the queue is to our left.
Yes.
And
maybe we should leave the building, shoot an arrow through the mayor's window with the letter bloody taped to it or something, because that seems to be the quickest way to get it to him at this point.
Yeah, but we're not sure which. Yeah, I take your point. But...
No one is really interested in any of this, are they? No one seems to. seems to be taking any of this very seriously. So
No.
No.
um,
The letter specifically said that the Master Vernon and Pitchfork, Knight's Pitch, didn't get on, didn't see eye to eye. So a
Yeah.
letter from from Vernon to Night Pitch. At the moment, nobody knows he's dead. You said late, but
yeah,
nobody knows he's specifically dead. So the importance isn't there. It's like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
get to him. It's not that important for Night Pitch to speak to him until the discovery that he's dead.
Yes. Well, perhaps we should press upon the lady.
maybe
So
maybe
another.
the sight of a. Hold on a second. I've got to let the dog out. You can probably hear the dog whimpering. I was just going to say maybe the sight of a blood-soaked letter might make her wake up a bit, because don't forget this letter's covered in his blood, isn't it? So maybe just slam it on the table in front of her and say, "This letter we have this letter for the mayor. As you can see, this has come from a crime scene, and we think it's rather important that he should see it now." Because, like I say, the sight of all the blood and everything on the letter might actually wake her up a little bit.
In that case, Ref, I will put the letter in my right hand and with a strength of 15, slam it down on the desk.
So make a. No, that's childish. I'm not. You're not going to break the desk. You're just going to make a noise. But slam it down, and there's there's still wet blood on it. A tiny bit goes on her desk in front of her. She produces a small pair of tweezers and says, "If you'd like to take a seat, this is rather irregular." Picks up the envelope, the letter, and walks into the back room.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it seems to be on the way somewhere more useful.
After a few moments, where's he gone? Where's he gone? There he is. The room now has just you and the empty chairs. There's nobody else in the vestibule, reception area.
Do you go through the left door?
As you think this and stand up, the door opens with a creak, and a rather large Trumpian character steps through the door. You immediately know with his demeanour, his dress, he has to be the mayor.
Okay.
And he says, "Who brought this letter?"
I will stand up again and walk over.
And that's as you stand up and walk over, he steps into the room a tiny bit more, and a woman, not the desk, another is standing behind him, quietly. It says, "And you are
Sir Kennig of Arkelstoff."
okay. And where did you get this letter?
From the private chambers of the late Master Vernon.
So I understand. And is it late at your hand, or is that just
We believe that his killer was in the form of a female elf. I say, looking at the woman behind him. It would better not be the receptionist.
No, she's not the receptionist, and she's not an elf.
Okay.
Come to my offices, and we'll discuss this further. and mind your head on the doorway going in. So he
Mark.
walks back, and after a few corridors and doors, you arrive in his office. Standing behind him, as always, is a woman. Along, and so Matt sits down. He says, "Okay, so I'll wait to hear what the watch say, but this is interesting letter. Why do you choose to bring it to me and not give it to the police? Give it to the watch?"
Because in another communication from Master Vernon, we were entrusted with the discovery and execution of the flayer. We thought it prudent to notify you of this letter.
I'd be careful using the word execution.
So as you talk, he raises his finger, and the woman behind him leans forward and whispers something in his ear, and he says, "Very good. Would one of you pop out and ask receptionist to go and get Captain Marvello?
Is he talking to us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would one of you pop out
Um,
after a?
all right. I'll go. I'll see what I
So
can.
you pop out, mention to the lady. She goes, "Very good," and she shouts out to one of the guards, "Go and get Captain Marvello." He arrives back in the room. So he says, "This is rather irregular, allowing you to come in, but this is an interesting." So we found him dead, hanging from a ceiling, flayed like the others.
Yes.
So we understand.
Well, Captain Marvello was looking into the Flair killings. As was our corpse examiner, Elantro the medicus of the town watch. They know more than I do of this instance. Would you say that there's a second letter?
That was meant for our party.
So you knew Mr. Vernon?
Not in the slightest.
But he sent you a letter.
Because he dreamed of our arrival.
Ah. Okay. At that point, a captain of the guard walks into the room without knocking, and Mike Pitch says, Captain Marvello. These chaps are an interesting story. And given it's 10:30, I think we should leave it there.